Once, there's a 20-year-old boy named Ravi. Ravi was a dreamer. He worked tirelessly in a local workshop, barely making ends meet, but his heart was set on a different kind of future. His heart belonged to Mira, a girl who lived a few streets away. Mira was known for her beauty and her love for luxury, often flaunting her wealth and turning her nose up at those less fortunate. Rava admired Mira from afar, dreaming of a day when he could be worthy of her love. He would watch her walk by, imagining what it would be like to hold her hand, to share a laugh, to be close to her. But Mira never noticed him. She was always surrounded by friends who shared her love for wealth and luxury, and Ravi was just a faceless worker in her eyes. As time went by, Ravi's love for Mira grew stronger, but so did his frustration with his poverty. One day, he made a vow to change his life. He decided to leave the small town and seek his fortune in the city, where he believed he could make his dreams come true. Years passed, and Ravi's hard work and perseverance paid off. He became a successful entrepreneur, running a thriving business. His wealth was undeniable, and he lived a life that was a far cry from the struggle he once knew. Back in his old town, Mira had married a man named Arjun. Arjun was a mid-level employee with a modest job, and Mira had married him not out of love, but because she saw him as a stepping stone to a more comfortable life. Over time, Arjun had become a humble and decent man, but he had little to offer Mira in terms of luxury and status. Fate brought Ravi and Arjun together when Ravi opened a new branch of his company in the city. Arjun was hired as an employee in Ravi's office, not knowing the connection Ravi had to his past. Ravi was now in a position of power, and he could have easily ignored Arjun, but he chose to take a different approach. He kept his identity hidden, observing Arjun's life and his relationship with Mira from a distance. He saw how Mira treated Arjun with disdain, often belittling him for not providing the lavish lifestyle she desired. Driven by a mix of pain and a desire for justice, Ravi decided to make his move. He used his influence to ensure that Arjun, who was a good worker but underappreciated, would receive a significant promotion and a raise. Ravi's actions were a subtle way of showing Arjun that someone saw his worth. One day, Mira learned about Ravi's identity and his role in Arjun's sudden rise at the company. She was shocked to discover that the successful entrepreneur who had made her husband's life better was the same boy she had once looked down upon. Realizing the full extent of Ravi's feelings and his silent revenge, Mira felt a deep sense of guilt and regret. Confronted with her own reflection and Ravi's success, Mira started to understand the true value of love and respect. She had spent years chasing material wealth while missing the genuine, unspoken love that had been right in front of her. Ravi, however, chose to remain distant. He had achieved his goal of proving his worth and showing Mira that real value comes from within, not from outward appearances. He moved on with his life, carrying his silent love as a bittersweet memory, and continued to build his empire. Arjun, meanwhile, found happiness in the new opportunities he was given and began to appreciate the small joys in life that he had overlooked before. He saw Ravi not as a rival, but as a catalyst for change, both in his life and in his understanding of love and worth. In the end, Ravi's journey wasn't just about revenge, it was about self-worth, resilience, and the realization that sometimes the greatest victories are those that come from within. Now, what you think, what we will get from this story, is it good to run after money, to just make your life easy by betraying your beloved? Nah, I don't think so. I will say love and support is enough for you in hard times, and you don't need to waste your feelings for such a wrong person. Run after success, then everything will run after you also, the love.